have thought about like popcorn, from time to time.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, but today's not the day. It's like chips and salsa, so it's like,
Oh,
like, yeah, exactly.
fair. All right.
Anyway, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
God, I am falling apart.
Oh, honey. Oh no.
Falling apart at every seam. But
I'm so
it,
sad for you.
these these things never last long.
Like you're sick. You were
Everything.
sick.
I was
And
sick. I pinched a nerve in my back,
emotional.
and I haven't had opportunity to actually go and do anything about it. But anyway,
Ice packs for a pinched nerve. Everybody goes to heat. What helped
yeah.
me the most, I sat with an ice pack, and it was amazing. And then it'll help with like the inflammation and like the stuff that's like shoved around. Yeah, ice pack. You could
Cool.
alternate hot and cold.
But yes, this is all in pursuit of good things to come. All things must pass, and things will be different shortly. So yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm actually good. It's like I don't know. That word doesn't make sense in my mouth.
Really? Are you sure
Like it
about
feels weird.
that?
I'm doing a lot of this in this episode right now. I'm good. It's spring, like proper spring. It is
Yeah.
sunny. We see grass. The snow is almost, I wouldn't say almost all gone, but like gone enough to be like, bye-bye. Like I'm
Hmm.
just it's so nice and it's warm out. You can leave the house in like a little jacket or like a shacket, which I learned about recently. Um, and it feels hopeful, optimistic. I've
Hmm.
managed to rein myself away from the social media like newsreel substantially, which is really impacting my mental health. And I didn't realize that I had pulled away quite as much until I went back because I noticed that I was feeling good, but I couldn't really sort out why. It was just like it's spring, I'm feeling fine, whatever. And then there was a day, a few days ago where I spent a lot of time like scrolling on Blue Sky, and then I was like, oh, everything's so. Oh. I was like, wait a minute, I feel crappy and anxious and unwell because I was just on Blue Sky for an hour, and I
Yeah.
hadn't been feeling that way, and I hadn't been on Blue Sky for 3 days, 2 days. So I was like, oh, there it is. So I'm
Mhm.
taking my news in smaller chunks. I'm pulling myself away. I'm investing way too much time in video games as per usual.
Good.
I've been playing a new one, new to me, but Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's really cute and fun. Anyway, I need pastels in my life.
Yeah.
Less vibrant orange
Okay.
people and more like pink. Cute.
I was like, where are we going with this? Oh yeah. Mm.
Yes.
Hmm.
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 Yeah. Anywho, we are the Belladonna Watch Club. Come get cozy with us while we dig into iconic shows and movies that one of us has never seen before. The rules are one of us has seen it, loves it, and needs our friend to have watched it. We're the friends. I'm Lisa, and I'm the fresh eyes this week. I've never seen it up to now, so I'm pumped.
Hmm. And I'm
Mhm.
Jenny, and I love the Golden Girls. The Golden Girls has been my escape in every horrible dip that my life has turned. When I'm feeling great, when I'm feeling dreadful, and right now I'm having a pretty hard time. But the Golden Girls is my escape, and it just makes me feel seen and understood. It helps me laugh. It just makes me feel great. And I've been wanting to share this with Lisa since we were teenagers. So this has been a
Yeah,
long time coming.
yeah.
And I'm just so glad that you guys as well are all enjoying it just
Oh
as
my
much as
gosh,
we
it's
are.
so much fun.
And you're sharing your thoughts and everything in the
Yeah.
comments. It honestly, it just makes my day so much to see how much you love it. So
I invest myself in food, as you know. And so when you said every time there's a dip, I'm like, oh, I love dip. I'm like, don't interrupt her. Don't interrupt her.
oh man.
I do. I do. Again, there's like a carbohydrate vessel. It's all part of it. It's like they're cousins. Anyway, let's watch our show.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, what are we watching?
We are watching Golden Girls, episode 8 of season 1, The Break-In. I'm nervous. I
Yeah.
am nervous.
I'm going to give a tiny preamble. This is one of my favorite episodes, especially from the beginnings. I feel like this really showcases like what Golden Girls can do as a show. However, I was looking up the production times of it, and this was the third episode ever filmed.
Oh.
So as I mentioned last week, like it's you can actually tell visually and also like in some of the lines and stuff, the earlier ones, and they hadn't quite figured out their characterization yet, or rather the image, and like some of the jokes are a little bit like and you can sort of tell which ones the early ones are. But all that to say, this is still a really, really great episode. And I'm excited for you to see it. So let's go.
Hooray.
Invited everyone you knew. The name Madonna doesn't really fit her. Slut would be better. Sophia.
Oh, please. She did things on that stage I never did with my husband.
Queen. Absolute queen, Madonna.
It's a mess. We've been robbed. Is there more than one? I don't know. You said they.
They, him. What difference does it?
Oh, but wait, they might still be here.
Good job, Dorothy.
Stay.
Brave.
This is a 375 Magnum. I don't remember if I shot 4 rounds or 5. Do you feel lucky? Well, do you? Punk!
Go ahead, make her day.
I just had this like vision of me saying that, and then whoever's in my house is like a Golden Girls fan, and then we're like, bye.
You can't, it could be dangerous. Please, I'm 80. Bathtubs are dangerous.
At any
Come on,
age,
this is
Sophia.
ridiculous.
I just thank God they didn't take my Chinese vase.
Who's in the vase?
Leave me. What'll I do if they come back?
Show them your slides of Hawaii.
I'm just fine.
Oh.
There's nothing to be afraid of. These things happen every day. The main thing is nobody was hurt. We could have been here. They could have come in the middle of the night. Listen,
Making it worse, Rose.
cut our throats.
Now look.
It's like she was making it better.
I thought you were the killer.
I called the police. They stole my stole.
Do you notice what Rose just did? So in that short little bit of time, like you just said, she was making it better and then she made it worse. And then the first thing she said to Dorothy was, I thought you were the killers.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
They've gone from robbers to now they're killers.
Murderers.
Within like 10 seconds of thought, but that's what happens.
That's an anxious brain. Yep.
That I'm sure this is a common thing, but when I was a kid, my biggest fear of anything was robbers, because I thought that like home invasion and stuff, that like robbers weren't just coming to steal something and make money. I thought that no matter what, if someone entered your home to steal from you, they would also kill you. That was the whole package. And I was petrified.
Yeah. And then you do like the female urge to immerse yourself in those things. I don't know if it was like faux safety, like so it'd be like I'd be alone, and I was only into like true crime and crime TV and all of that. And it was is it to like give ourselves tips of like how to not get into those situations?
Yeah,
or like
is it training? Is it exposure therapy? Is it like
right? Yeah, I don't know. But a lot of that has gone to the wayside since I had children. It's no longer this like amorphous like life situations. It's like this could happen to my kids, or this happened to someone else's kids. That's also like it's just there's a lot more projecting now, so I can't. It's too much. But yeah, Rose at the beginning, where she was kind of like talking herself through it, the fear and the like getting irrational and immediately like worst case scenario, and just that feeling of her being like, okay, it was fine, but then like in her body it doesn't feel fine, and you can tell like her body language and everything. And I was like, I related to that so hard.
Yeah.
I think I would be one of the two women in this scene. I would either be the Dorothy or the Rose, depending on how other people in the room were reacting. Because if I was with you, for example, and you were terrified and you were being the Rose, I'd be the Dorothy. I'd be
Absolutely.
like, I got this. Here we go. This is it. But then if somebody else was taking charge and feeling like totally fine, then I'd have the like space to allow myself that fear, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it would depend on who I'm with. And I would kick their butts if you were there with me. I would be like, my friend is scared, and I will get you for this.
We're about to see that. We're about to see that response.
Yes! Go, Dorothy.
I got my jewels.
But I see they didn't get your cocaine.
Oh my God, Blanche has cocaine? This is flour. I hid my jewels in the flour.
That's the first place they look after the freezer.
The freezer's my other hiding place.
It's everybody. They don't even open drawers anymore.
But then they're walking around covered in flour.
Oh, I'm just beside myself. They were probably looking for drugs.
We have Malox and estrogen. Now, how many junkies have gas and hot flashes?
Older ones.
They took your clothes? My clothes, my shoes, girdle, everything.
Ma, why in the world would they want your clothes?
Who knows? Short girl robber, travels a lot, likes strip drive. It's okay, I'm thrilled. I hated
suspicious.
my clothes. I need new clothes.
They didn't take. You hid them.
Maybe I buried them. I can't understand is why they didn't take my Chinese vase. Who would want it?
Ma.
You know why this happened? Because we're without men. All I know is when I had a husband, I didn't worry. Maybe nothing happened to me because I had a husband, and maybe not. All I know is when the lights went out at night, I wasn't afraid. It's karma.
I beg your pardon.
Some people give out an energy that attracts misfortune. They become victims. Well, it must have been one of you. I certainly don't have that kind of energy.
Oh, woe is me.
These are all the things I think everybody will like try to rationalize, like even a little bit, each of these. I don't have a man around. It's karma. I must have done something, or someone else did something. You put the blame elsewhere. Try to find the blame anywhere at all, just to rationalize.
Yeah. And
And
then there's the opportunistic being like, oh, I don't actually like this. Like put
Yeah,
that to the
exactly.
TV. Weird.
Yeah.
I just need a new TV now. Like
I think Sophia's is like the healthiest reaction right now.
oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure she went through worse in Sicily. So she's like,
Oh,
whatever.
guaranteed.
Okay, the flour though? No robber would be like, let me get covered in flour and walk down the street. And everybody would be like, they're a robber. They're covered in flour. They have her jewels. Like,
Oh no! I mean, you're the one who watched the crime shows. You might understand the criminal psychology better than I do.
most robbers is like a cash grab. They wouldn't be like, let me go rummage and spend the time sifting the flour. What do they have? Like a sifter? And they're like looking for the jewels. They're panning. They're gold miners. Like ridiculous. Some people I've heard of putting them in like old like deodorant. Like now all the robbers are gonna go check people's deodorants. Sorry. Like anybody has jewels anymore. And
This is it. Yeah.
like, what are you gonna take?
What is the most expensive piece of anything? Like, don't even take my laptop. It's worth nothing.
Right? Like, come get my kids' toys. We have too many.
I certainly don't have that kind of energy. Of course, I lost my mama's jewels because of somebody else's energy.
It has nothing to do with energy. It has nothing to do with being single. It has to do with a lousy lock on a sliding door and massive unemployment. Now I'm going into my room. Call me when the cops come.
Justice will be done here. Someone's going to pay for this heinous crime. We're going to have a good old-fashioned hanging.
Oh,
That's
ooh.
right. A hanging. Only
Oh,
first
Blanche.
we'll have a whipping.
Oh, Blanche.
Nighty-night.
Okay. That was a bit much, Blanche.
It's not a pretty picture. 1 out of every 3 people will be the victim of a
Yeah.
violent crime. At least one of you will be a victim of a violent crime.
So is this man the inspiration for Dwight Schrute from the because I feel like he's the direct ancestor. Oh my god. I cannot with this man.
One of you right here.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, knock it off. Now we'll take the basic security package.
Oh, he's a salesman.
Our deluxe system. An armed guard is here within 5 minutes. We're talking about the difference between being here in the morning or being steak tartare.
How much more?
$10,000.
I'd rather be murdered.
And I want a great big wall safe. You don't need one anymore. You got no jewelry.
Okay, we're getting the basic system.
Whatever.
But not from you, from your competitor.
What?
Because what you were trying to do was terrify us into spending more money than we have. Now get out of here before the victim of violent crime in this house is you.
Yes. Oh,
Love it. Love it.
yeah.
I hope that we see a little bit of vulnerability from her in this episode, though, because you can't all be all strong all the time, right? Like, and so I hope we see that, like, she's not, like, she's allowed to be uncomfortable.
You scared me to death. Oh, me too.
He scared me too. But we could each be alone. At least we're together. We have each other.
It's better with men. I was never once robbed or murdered when I was with Charles.
Look, you could just as easily have been murdered living with Charles.
I'm surprised she wasn't murdered by Charles.
I was going to say.
With George,
Anyway.
when I'd hear a noise, I'd wake him up, and then he'd take out his gun, and then he'd have to find the bullets, because I'd always hide the bullets. And then when he found the bullets, we'd make love. Boy, can you tell a story?
Meanwhile, the intruder downstairs is like,
Got a guard dog in the kitchen. Great, the food is safe. I know what we can do. Let's go out to dinner. My treat.
What about breakfast and lunch?
Got a date tonight, no jewelry to wear. Some scum's woman is wearing my mama's jewelry. I wonder if jewelry comes from Jewish people. In Little Falls, the jeweler was Jewish. Jeweler, Jewish? I wonder if there's a connection. I think there's a connection between your brain and wallpaper paste.
this episode was a wee bit racist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's been two moments already that I was like, okay.
Just a little strange. But I think this is interesting. Like, it seems a little bit like, why the hell do they have this line in here? But this is me. I'm always trying to, like, find reasons as to why they include bits. This kind of, like, just mental distraction is kind of what you do when you're terrified. Like, when you're or you're, like, suffering through some kind of, like, a trauma or something, it's like your brain will just kind of, like, wander off and just try and make some kind of a weird, like, oh, I just noticed this weird thing about this word. Maybe, but, like, has nothing to do with anything, but it's just, like, some kind of attempt to, like, make brain connections. And I mean, it's probably just in there for some kind of a, like, 1985 giggle fest, right? You know?
Yeah.
But there's still some kind of logic there behind, or, you know, there's a choice. But yeah, definitely the early episodes, for sure. There's some just some questionable things. But again, you gotta just look it up to the time.
The times. It's been more in this episode than the other ones so far.
Yes.
Because even Blanche talking about whippings and hangings and swinging from the tree. I'm like, girl, I know where you're from. I know who they did this to. Like,
this is it. Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I was like, oh, I'm feeling good about that part.
Yeah. Okay. They were doing the character building. It was the third episode they ever filmed. There was still the
Yep.
I don't like anything in my house that doesn't know how to use the toilet. See ya. Oh, it's about your mother. Ma. Oh my God, and the dog. I think he ate your mother. Ma.
See, even Dorothy can have her, like, moments of
always with her bum. So cute.
Thought I was gonna die. I swear I've never felt such agony. What a shame if I die now. I'm too young.
There's no water in that bowl.
I'm wearing the wrong underwear. I noticed a swarthy man with a weapon.
Ooh.
Buenos dias, Fernando. The gardener trimming the hedge.
Oh, no, Blanche has been attacked. I went to the police station today to get an update on my case. I borrowed your pocket hairspray. You know what this humidity does to my hair. I know, cotton candy.
Oh.
I saw there was this cute officer there who's had his eye on me, so I took out your hairspray and gave my hair a final spritz. Surprise. It wasn't hairspray, it was mace. Rose, you had mace? I maced myself right there in the police station. Almost died. But what do you know? It works. They thought I was on angel dust. Murderers are free. free, rapists are free. Put a poor widow on the floor, they try to lock up.
That would be very traumatizing. I would say.
Yeah.
That would be really
Yes.
scary. Was mace illegal back then? Because it's illegal to carry it now.
Honestly, probably not. Probably not.
So it depended. And it was not uniform. Okay. Good enough for me. I was going with that. It's like you walked with like an illegal weapon into a police station and then used it, like discharged. You're like,
And then she says they thought I was on angel dust.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, she comes in writhing on the floor and like maced herself. Like, I would think there was some substance going on there.
We have had it. No mace, no tear gas, no grenades.
No jewelry. Needing mace. I just bought a gun.
Ooh.
You don't know how to use a gun?
Gallery, kind of like the ones at amusement parks.
Yarn.
Makes prizes. This was mine. Honey, there are no holes in it.
I cannot live in a house with a gun.
Don't overreact. Rose, good. You get a gun, you kill him.
Also, swarthy is not a nice thing to say anymore either. Don't say swarthy, Rose. It's racist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, it was just like a catch-all term for people of color. And so anybody would be like, the swarthy man attacked me. And it was also used pretty much anytime someone wanted to cover up a white person doing something as well.
Interesting.
Or it was often used when like women would become pregnant outside of wedlock and say, like this swarthy man, took advantage, it's just like, it's not a good, and I know it just means like dark features, dark,
I guess so, yeah. Weird. This is where I feel like Rose sometimes, because my associations with the word, I just think of pirate. I only think of it as like swashbuckling.
Yeah, I just think it's swashbuckler as well.
Nefarious is all. I didn't know that it had anything to do.
Swarthy means like the actual word means dark skinned. Yeah, it's just used in a not so good, like all encompassing way that is typically not good.
This is good. Take note, fellow people who are like me, who like to use words that we've read or we've heard before, and we think they're just like good, kind of illustrious words that oh yeah, it really enriches. But if you don't actually know what they mean, don't use them. Because I had no idea. I didn't even know that was the use of it. Interesting. Good.
You need to see someone.
Dorothy, I don't think a date is necessarily the answer.
I meant a psychiatrist, hot pants. You think I'm crazy? No, I don't. But I do think you need help. I mean, you don't eat, you don't sleep, you're afraid all the time.
You got nothing to fear but fear itself. And of course, the boogeyman. I liked him. He was very understanding. Pay me $85, I'll be understanding. And make you marble cake. He kept saying, Blanche, how do you feel? I wanted to say, wouldn't you just like to know, big boy? I hate psychiatrists. They blame everything on the mothers. Well, he made me feel better.
Me too.
I was just thrilled to be out of there. He had 2 dead fish in his tank.
Of course, your speech endorsing public beheadings with no trial, I think got him a little concerned.
I know, he wants to see me again. But I think it's personal. The psychiatrist didn't make me feel better. In fact, I feel worse. He was my last hope.
There is a woman in there so terrified something is going to happen at night that she sleeps only in the daytime.
There it is.
And then at sunset, she makes a big pot of coffee and sits up all night with that gun.
I'd be so scared. Like, what if I need to pee in the middle of the night and I get shot? Oh my god, here it is. Someone's gonna get shot.
You shot my vase. I heard footsteps and a man's voice. It was Lester. He accidentally set off the alarm. You shot my vase. I didn't shoot Lester. I'd rather you shot Lester.
I think I'll pass on the nightcap, Blanche.
What happened? He shot my vase. Thank God, I hated that thing. I managed to live 81 years. I survived pneumonia, 2 operations, a stroke. One night I'll belch and stable Mabel here will blow my head off.
Rose, this is crippling you.
You bet. Whatever I find, I love that vase.
Rose, you cannot go on this way. Honey, we were robbed. It's scary, but it happens. And now it's over. And the robbers are gone.
I know that. I know it's over. I know they're gone, but not for me. For me, in my mind, they'll always be here.
Oh.
That always gets me.
Mm.
Still. She looks like JB Fletcher in Murder, She Wrote right now. She's like Angela Lansbury.
Oh, dear
Lady, wait!
Oh, I don't like this. There's a scene in Sopranos like this, but it doesn't cut away and it ends very badly. And that was too similar.
18 and a double letter score is 18, 19, 20,
Girl.
23. Makes a total of 69 points. I win.
Wait a minute. I'll look it up.
We don't have a dictionary. The robbers took it.
How
They
convenient.
stole our dictionary?
That's right. Too bad.
Ma, dizdam is not a word.
You're no good at this damn game.
Knew it.
They caught them. They caught the scum. They found your stole. They didn't find my jewels.
Oh.
My mama's jewels out there on the black market being fondled by filth. I can't wait to testify in court. I want to see those guys fry.
I was in his parking garage. I heard footsteps.
Oh.
It was my nightmare come true. Someone was after me. And I turned around and dropped him. Kneed him right in his safe deposit box. Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. And I thought, I can take care of myself. I'm not helpless. I'm going to be okay.
Oh, honey.
Honey,
That's wonderful. I have faith again. Kill the killers. This calls for champagne.
The guy that was moaning and screaming and groaning in agony was the parking attendant. He was coming after me because I forgot to pick up my keys. But I'm not afraid anymore. I know that when it comes right down to it, I can take care of myself.
Please, Blanche, enough with your jewelry.
No, I found it. It was in the freezer.
And you know, if you'd had your way, the robbers would have been beheaded.
Point is, they stole your stove. A beautiful stove. You can't replace it. They don't make them anymore. Look here.
That was cute.
It's good, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really do like that episode. But yeah, I did forget just how many not so great
Yeah.
jokes there
Yeah,
are.
there was a few.
Certainly.
Yeah, it's
I
just
can
part of like
understand.
racial stereotyping and like othering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cute. Poor Rose felt really bad.
Yeah.
But it also, like, girl went too far. A little self-awareness. And like she had some self-awareness, but like no control, which like I get.
Mm-hmm. I think what this episode did well was what a lot of the episodes try to do, especially the ones that handle pretty heavy duty topics, which there will be so many more. I think this one balances it pretty well, balances the heavy and the like heartbreaking with comedy. Some of the jokes could have been a little less, like just a few better choices of jokes, but still, like it didn't go so far in the direction to be like, let's be wacky and ridiculous comical. It was like, I think there was a nice weight to it. And honestly, Betty White, you saw, I got teary eyed there. Just that section where it's the heavy breathing and the in her mind the robbers are in her brain, the killers will always be there, and you know all of these things, you know the logic, you know facts, that doesn't cancel out how you still feel inside, and it still, you still feel like a victim. And yes, it was a very quick like resolution of her, like, oh yeah, I dropped him, I need him, and in his safety deposit box, and like, oh, I can take care of myself, I'm fine. Like there's a lot more that is involved to sort of really get over a trauma like that. But
sometimes that, like, I've gotten through things where it's just like this like magic realization moment where like things just fall into place and click, where it was just like,
yeah,
so I could see it happening, because her whole fear was that she was vulnerable, and proving to herself that she isn't as vulnerable as she believes that she is, like that could easily just like break the spell of fear.
True, yeah. Yeah, just having even like a hint of like, oh, actually, I am capable. Like when the chips are down, as they say, like
Yeah.
when it really comes down to it, like I'm not just I'm not just going to scrunch into a thing. Her reaction was to defend
Take
herself.
care of herself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that episode. Something that I face, and I'm sure a lot of you are watching, if you're watching while we're putting them out, you'll recognize that I've been facing copyright issues a lot,
Mm.
and having to re-edit entire videos and sections. So if you notice more and more occasions of lengths of Lisa and I talking or cutting away or that kind of thing, it is all in aid of me trying to avoid copyright flags, because that
Yeah.
is the most, it's just the most irritating thing, but it's also often when that happens, if it gets flagged, it gets blocked everywhere in the world and no one can see it. So what's the point of making the video if no one can even
Yeah.
see it? So
Yeah.
this is something that I am facing, especially, well, with both Golden Girls and Schitt's Creek. So just please realize that that's something that's happening. It's really hard to get around, and I'm doing the best that I can to get around it.
You want to see the show? You can go watch the show if you want to see us talking about the show. We are so happy to have you here.
I do try to keep in as much as possible, but I am facing those problems. Yeah, it is. So honestly, it's so great seeing more and more people leaving their messages and telling
Yeah.
us what their favorite episodes were.
I'm
Yeah.
also really loving the people who are commenting saying like, "Oh, it feels like I'm watching a show with friends," or like, it's like fun
Yes.
to hang out with you guys because I have like I love podcasts, especially when it's like the hosts are like a gang of friends and it feels like you're friends with them. You've got them in your ears and you're laughing along, you like have the same, thoughts about those moments and I get that feeling so hard and it's so strange being on this end of it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that's what we wanted. We wanted it to feel cozy and nice. Yeah, thanks for joining us. This is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Especially these
Yeah.
days, you need social groups or feeling like you're hanging out with friends in any way you can possibly get. I know that I do. So, yeah. So, I guess with all that being said, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for watching and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Give us a like if you like. And if you are not already subscribed, please do so. Hit the subscribe button and also ring the bell. I think it's over there, down that way somewhere.
It is
The little bell
somewhere.
icon, just so you know when we upload and you can stay on track. And yeah, so until next time, she's been Lisa. I've been Jenny. We have been the Belladonna Watch Club, and we'll see you soon.
Bye bye. I'm excited for the Golden Girls book to come out this month.
Yeah.
So I think we need to do like a little side quest, Belladonna Book Club,
Cool.
and like read this book together and talk about it.
Oh my god, I'm game. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
chime in the comments if you're interested, because that would be
Yeah.
so rad. Come
The
join us.
book, in case you don't know, it's Murder by Cheesecake. For those of you out there who aren't aware that this is coming out. So this is my first time watching Golden Girls. So we haven't gotten to the cheesecake as a thing part of the series. But I am obsessed with cheesecake. And so I don't know how the show has been eluding me all this time. I wanted to open a cheesecake shop when I was younger. And I went to baking school because I wanted to open a cheesecake shop, which is kind of ridiculous because we didn't make cheesecake at baking school. And I already know how to make it pretty well. But anyway.
Guys, she was making key lime pie cheesecakes in high school. I was there for this. It was just sublime, and she still just like tops it every time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last cheesecake I made for my birthday, it was raspberry white chocolate with like an Oreo crust. It was divine. And now for my husband's birthday coming up, he wants, it's not a cheesecake, but it's still going to be pie, like a light kind of like, I'm going to make a French silk pie-ish, which I've never made before.
Ooh.
But it's like, it's going to be like a moussey, whippy, custardy, like chocolate pie. But it's going to be a Black Forest pie. So I'm going to put cherry and whip as well. So that's where we're going for his birthday soon. We'll update you on how that goes.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Amazing.
Amazing.